Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Faisal with On XY Wholesale. Here to show you guys something pretty cool. It is a inventory management system, a product tracking, a purchase profit and loss tracking, keeps track of who you bought what from, where you sold it to, what date you sold it at, the tracking number you shipped the phone with, or if you didn't, you just don't fill that out. Also keeps track of payment methods. So let me show you guys an example. So I'll insert this IMEI here. For example, let's say I went on Facebook Marketplace and bought this phone and I want to put it in my system, right? So just punch in the IMEI, wait a couple seconds. This sheet actually utilizes SICW. So basically it calls upon the API, and it just pulls all that data. So make iPhone 13. There's some slight things like color won't show up, but you could just put that in manually. That's okay. Storage, serial number, activation status, iCloud status, the blacklist status, this purchase country, and the SIMLOck status. This also keeps track of your SICW balance. Keep in mind, guys, you do have to have a SICW account and load it with balance. Each IMEI you run is like 12 cents, so that can give you an idea. And there's a quick cheat, I guess you could say. It's not really a cheat, but if you load your SICW balance with $500, the cost will split in half automatically. So each IMEI will cost 6 cents instead of 12. So here, let's say I put in this information. You can put the condition, say grade A, B, or C, whatever you guys want to put. If there's any issues with the phone, like let's say there's a Face ID issue. Let's say I paid $220 for it. I paid with cash, and I haven't sold it yet, but this is also a payment method received for once you sold it. You can keep track of how you receive the payment. The potentials, this is basically like where you're going to send the phone off to. So let's say I can sell it on OfferUp. I can OfferUp or your Facebook groups, and yeah. So then you can also keep track of who you bought this phone from. So there's actually, I forgot to put this in, but there is a drop down selection you can implement. I forgot exactly how, but for now we'll just do this. So let's say I bought this from some guy named Jared on Facebook. You could put his number in too. Then yeah. So what you would want to do then after you put all this information in, you now you have the digital inventory set up, right? So now you want to have physical inventory. You want to keep track of that. So let's say you have 10 phones and you don't want to turn on every single phone to check for an IMEI. So let's say, for example, I have 2 more phones. This one, this one, and this one. So it's going to call upon the API and extract all the data. Then any second now, it should populate. So there's that one and there's that one. So some of it's a tiny bit buggy, but it's okay. You could just manually clean it up. The whole point of the system is to save you a lot of time, which it is, by inputting all this data for you. I'm sure this was purchased from the United States. So let's say I have these 3 phones in my inventory. I can obviously tell with my eyes that they're different phones, but let's say I have 3 iPhone 13s, right? And I want to get this one. So what you would do, for example, to keep track of these IMEIs physically, you would get yourself some labels that you could just stick on the back of every phone, and you want to write down the last 5 of the IMEI number. So that way, let's say you sold this phone, or you want to sell this phone to someone, but you have 3 different iPhone 13s and you don't want to turn on every single last one. You can just look at the back of the phone and be like, okay, this matches this IMEI, and shabam. Now, let's say I sold it to someone. Let's say I sold it for $270, right? And I received this payment with Zelle, okay, to my personal or whatever. You could even include the account number, the last four. I sold it to Anthony on OfferUp. Okay, sold it on, let's say, sold it yesterday. Okay, boom, keeps track of all of that. So now once you have this phone sold, right, there's a way to move it to the sheet automatically. So let's say I sold all of these phones, right? Sorry. Let's say I sold all of these phones. I obviously don't want to like manually move all of these right to the sold phone section. But basically this process is now complete for these phones, and there's no use for them being in my inventory sheet. So what you'll actually do is you will select them, or you can even select one by one, but you will remove the bolding, all right? And then you'll go into extensions, app script, and then you will run the processing. So you just click run, and you will see one by one, they all go into the sold sheet. So this works very well if, let's say, you want to do all this processing at the end of the day and you sold 15 phones. You could just remove bold for each one throughout the day for each ones that you sell, and then run this processing script, and it will just move all of your stuff to the sold sheet. So after that, you can basically keep track of your profit, right? So what you can do with Google Sheets is select these three. The sum is 660, and then this one is 810. So I paid 660 for these, and I paid 810 for these. You can just do the math. This minus that is your profit. And I'm actually working on another section, like a profit and loss section, where basically it'll take all of this automatically and just input it and show you your profits and losses. So yeah, guys, that's it for this video. If you're interested, just shoot me a message on Facebook or WhatsApp or whatever you guys found this video on, and I'll get a sheet like this set up for you. So this is a month by month subscription, or you can pay just like a one-time fee, and I'll set it up for you and you could have it for a lifetime. Yeah, this does not include like any maintenance. So let's say I update this to like version 3.0. If you want to get upgraded, it'll cost like however much, because I'll have to fine tune this for you. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. Really appreciate it. I look forward to talking to you. Bye.